What happens when fame turns into fear? Brooke Bailey, the reality TV icon, breaks down in tears, claiming she was held against her will by none other than Jim Jones. A luxury hotel, locked doors, and a night she says she never forget. Was it a misunderstanding or a sinister trap? This is the moment the truth started unraveling. And nothing will ever be the same. Opening scene, soft piano music. Footage of Brooke Bailey wiping tears during an Instagram live. She was glowing, successful, and loved by millions. But last night, Brooke Bailey didn't post a selfie. She didn't post a product. She posted pain. Brooke Bailey, the bold beauty of basketball wives, went live in front of nearly 40,000 viewers. Her face bare, her hands shaking, and her voice cracking as she whispered a name. It was Jim Jones. I told him no. I told him I wanted to leave, but the door, it was locked. Cut to flashback. Brooke and Jim Jones spotted together at a lavish Miami hotel earlier that week. Narrator to the public. It looked like a reunion, a throwback friendship. Some even speculated romance. Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones had known each other for years, circling the same circles, the same parties, the same exclusive events. But no one imagined that behind those five-star walls, something far darker was unfolding. According to Brooke, it started out casual. Drinks at the bar, old friends catching up. But what was meant to be a peaceful evening turned into a night of panic when, according to her, things took a terrifying turn. I asked for a ride back. Key said, "Come up for just a second." I didn't think anything of it, till I realized I couldn't get out. She claims Jim led her to his suite, offered her another drink, and when she got up to leave, door was locked. She says she looked for the handle, pushed the door, but it wouldn't budge. Then her voice cracks. I asked him to open it. In a minute, that minute became an hour. Then 2, I started crying. Then seconds. Of Brooke's live stream, Twitter exploded. Hashtags like #FreeBrooke, #JimExposed, and #imprisoned by fame began trending worldwide. Some fans were outraged. Others were skeptical. Brooke has been real since day one. She's crying, something happens. I'm not saying Jim innocent, but y'all canceling folks off an Instagram live now? Where are the receipts? But then came the DM screenshots. Less than an hour after Brooke's live ended, a fan page released what appeared to be direct messages between Brooke and a close friend. The messages, allegedly sent hours before the live stream, paint a terrifying picture. He's not letting me leave. The door is locked. I'm scared. Call the front desk. Call someone. I did. He told them not to come up. Said I was fine. If true, these messages suggest premeditation, not a misunderstanding. And just like that, Jim Jones went from hip-hop royalty to public enemy #1. Experts began weighing in. Dr. Kendra Martin, a behavioral psychologist and trauma expert, told the Shade Room, situations like this often rely on power imbalance. The aggressor may not use physical force, they use fear, reputation, and emotional manipulation. For someone like Brooke, strong, successful, and confident, admitting vulnerability isn't easy. But in that live, she looked nothing like the Brooke the world knew. She looked broken. While Brooke trended, Jim Jones stayed silent. No tweets, no Instagram stories, not even a vague post about keeping your circle tight or fake people. Exposing lies, the kind of cryptic quotes celebrities usually drop when drama hits. Just silence. And in that silence, the public grew louder. 8:30 p.m. Drinks at hotel bar, 9:15 p.m. Jim invites Brooke to his suite. 9:30 p.m. Brooke attempts to leave. Finds the door locked. 9:45 p.m. Allegedly asks Jim to open the door. 10 p.m. to 12 o'clock a.m. Claims she was trapped. Crying, asking to leave. 12:15 a.m. Hotel staff finally let her out. After she screamed loud enough to alert a guest on another floor at 3 a.m., Brooke goes live. Still in shock, this is giving R. Kelly vibes. Just because it's a hotel doesn't make it less serious. This better not be true. I looked up to Jim. But if Brooke's telling the truth, he's done. In a shocking twist, a hotel employee, using an anonymous Reddit account, posted a grainy video from a hallway cam. In the clip, a woman alleged to be Brooke can be heard yelling faintly behind a closed door. Then, around 12:10 a.m., the door opens. A woman stumbles out, looking panicked. A man appears at the door, but the angle makes it hard to identify. Reddit gone wild, though unverified. The clip only added fuel to an already raging fire. Longtime fans of Brooke Bailey know this isn't the first time she's faced pain behind closed doors, back in 2014. She opened up about an emotionally abusive relationship on Basketball Wives, where she described feeling trapped in plain sight. Her words now hit differently. Was history repeating itself? Or worse, had it never really ended? As of this script, no official statement has been made by Jim Jones or his team. Brooke has gone offline since her live stream. Paparazzi captured her the next morning, hood up, sunglasses on, entering what appears to be a trauma therapist's office in Beverly Hills. Insiders say a legal team has already been assembled. Whispers of a potential lawsuit are growing louder. One night, one locked door. One Instagram Live that shook an entire industry. But this is only the beginning, because in part 2, we're diving into the hidden history between Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones, and the long-suppressed secrets that may finally be coming to light. Opening flashback, montage of vintage photos from early 2000s hip-hop events, Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones in the background. Never quite center stage, but always within reach. Narrator intensely before the hotel, before Instagram Live, before the tears. There was history, a history that was never meant to see the light of day. Because Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones, they were never just friends. While the world knows Brooke as the bold, unfiltered star of Basketball Wives, and Jim Jones as the Harlem-born rapper behind Dipset's iconic Rise, few remember the early 2000s. That time when music videos were cinematic events. When models weren't just pretty, they were powerful. And Brooke, she was everywhere. In fact, sources now confirm Brooke Bailey was featured in 2 Dipset-affiliated music videos in 2004 and 2006. And one of those was Jim's own. But the footage mysteriously vanished from YouTube. Years ago, some say it was removed for copyright. Others say it was scrubbed on purpose. In a resurfaced 2017 podcast clip largely ignored at the time, Brooke says something eerie. Some dudes in the industry, they cool on camera, but behind closed doors, whole other side. I learned that the hard way once, never again. The host presses her. Who are you talking about? She smiles and says nothing, but that smile. Now it looks like a warning. Internet sleuths went to work. A TikToker named @TNTap posted a full timeline breakdown, linking Brooke's early modeling career, Jim's rise, and the years where their paths seemed to cross quietly, consistently. And then she drops the bomb. You want to know why Brooke looked so terrified in that hotel room? Because this wasn't the first time she'd felt powerless around Jim. It was just the first time she said it out loud. In an even more disturbing twist, an anonymous source claiming to be an old assistant from a former PR firm emailed bloggers with what appears to be archived emails from 2015. One email allegedly reads, "Keep Brooke and Jim apart at the BET Awards. She specifically requested not to be seated near him. Don't make a scene, just separate." Another allegedly reads, "She walked out of rehearsal, said he gives me panic attacks. We handled it quietly, no press." These emails remain unverified, but if they're real, they suggest Brooke's fear isn't new. It's documented. Dr. Aaliyah Graves, a trauma-informed psychologist, told Gossip, when a victim experiences a triggering situation, like being isolated, controlled, or ignored when asking for help, the brain relives the original trauma. That's why Brooke broke down the way she did, she adds. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Digging deeper. Fans unearthed an old clip from Love and Hip Hop where Jim and his longtime partner Chrissy Lampkin talk about people from the past trying to reach out unclip. Jim says, "Some folks try to come back around when fame hits. Some women don't like hearing no." At the time, no one paid attention, but today, many believe this was a subtle jab at Brooke and a surprise twist. Chrissy, silent through most of the controversy, finally broke her silence via an Instagram story. "A lie will travel the world before the truth even gets out of bed. Stay solid. No names. No direct denial, but enough ambiguity to send fans into a frenzy." Was she calling Brooke a liar? Or warning Jim that secrets don't stay buried? An insider from VH1's production crew leaked this. Back in 2013, Brooke and Jim had a screaming match on set off camera. Something about a deal gone bad. We were told to cut it from the episode and never speak of it again. That footage, if it exists, has never aired. But now, fans are demanding VH1 release the tapes. This entire drama isn't just about two people in a hotel room. It's about power. Brooke Bailey was never the damsel in distress. She built herself, modeled, branded, and even walked away from toxic relationships on camera. Jim Jones built his empire through bars and bravado. But when two powerful figures with a tense past collide, the results are unpredictable. The biggest question, why now? Why did Brooke wait until 2025 to go public? A close friend allegedly told TMZ she tried to protect his image for years, even when she was scared. But that night, something snapped. Say, I can't keep pretending it's okay. And in her live stream, Brooke hinted at this. I didn't want to be the angry black woman again. I didn't want to be the one ruining a man's reputation. But what about mine? What about my safety? Her voice cracked, not from weakness, but from decades of being silent. Social media is now deeply divided, believes her pain is genuine, citing years of quiet tension demanding justice, accountability, and legal consequences. Deemed Jim, calling her dramatic, accusing her of clout chasing, demanding proof before judgments. Some just want the truth. According to legal experts, Brooke's claims are proven true. Jim Jones could face serious consequences, including false imprisonment, emotional abuse, and reputational damages. And behind the scenes, lawyers are already preparing. Insiders say both camps have hired crisis PR firms, and legal documentation may already be underway. A civil lawsuit? Almost certain criminal charges. Too early to say, but one thing is clear. This is no longer about fame. It's about justice. What started as a whispered name in a tear-filled live stream has now become a national scandal. And if you think this is as deep as it goes, think again, because in part 3, we uncover the hotel's involvement, the security footage they're refusing to release, and why this scandal may reach criminal court faster than anyone imagined. Opening shot, high-angle drone footage of the luxury Miami hotel where the incident allegedly occurred. News headlines flash across the screen. Jim Jones accused of holding Brooke Bailey hostage, security footage missing. Narrator. Somber tone. It began with a live stream, turned into a firestorm. Now it's become a battle between truth and reputation, and at the center of it all, a hotel chain accused of silence. Brooke Bailey's tearful confession was only the beginning, because what the hotel refused to show may hold the key to the entire case. Despite the growing media attention, the hotel where the alleged incident took place, a 5-star property known for its celebrity clientele, has refused to comment on what happened in room 1217. Requests from journalists, lawyers, and even law enforcement have reportedly been met with the same answer. We cannot confirm nor deny the events of that evening due to guest confidentiality, but according to sources inside the hotel, the truth may have already been tucked away quietly and permanently. Insiders claim that hallway surveillance footage from the critical time window between 9:45 p.m. and 12:15 a.m. is mysteriously unavailable. The hotel's internal excuse: system maintenance. But surveillance staff aren't buying it. An anonymous technician told Hollywood Unlocked, "Footage doesn't just go missing, not in this hotel. Every hallway is covered. Every suite entrance has motion sensors. If it's gone, someone erased it." That allegation turned the internet upside down. 2 days after Brooke's live stream, a former hotel maid who asked to remain anonymous posted a now viral TikTok. "I was on the 12th floor that night. I heard yelling, a woman, crying. I asked my supervisor if I should check it out. Hey, and she told me, don't get involved." VIP guest, the comment section exploded. Was the hotel instructing staff to ignore abuse because of celebrity status? Brooke Bailey has now reportedly hired powerhouse attorney Lisa Green, known for representing domestic abuse survivors and celebrities wronged by major corporations. A statement from Green's office reads, "My client is prepared to take this matter as far as necessary, including filing civil action against both Jim Jones and the hotel for negligence, emotional harm, and unlawful detainment." Meanwhile, Jim Jones' legal team finally broke their silence. Their statement: Mr. Jones categorically denies all allegations. He believes he is the victim of a calculated smear campaign. "We are preparing a countersuit for defamation and damages." The war has officially begun. In a stunning turn to guests who stayed on the same floor have come forward. One guest, a tech entrepreneur, told the Shade Room, "Around midnight, I heard what sounded like banging on a door and muffled crying. I remember because I was up doing Zoom calls. Almost called security." The other, a woman from Atlanta, posted a Facebook update. "I didn't know what I heard that night was serious. But after Brooke went live, I realized I may have heard a woman begging to leave." These witnesses may be crucial if the case heads to court. Despite conflicting opinions, public support for Brooke is growing fast. Hashtag Justice for Brooke trended in 14 countries. A Change.org petition calling for a criminal investigation passed. 500,000 signatures in 24 hours. Celebrities have started to weigh in. Taraji P. Henson, if she said no and couldn't leave. That's not just drama, that's illegal. Kick Palmer, we believe women until they speak up on someone we like. That's not how it works. That Joe, friend of Jim, let the truth come out, but if she was hurt, we gotta stand with her. Even rival rappers like Cameron subtly shaded Jim with a cryptic Instagram caption. Some folks still think they are untouchable. Time proves everything. Within a week, several major consequences followed. His record label paused upcoming music releases. 3 endorsements were quietly pulled. A scheduled podcast appearance was canceled due to reputational concerns. Spotify fans noticed several Jim Jones playlists were temporarily removed from algorithm rotation. And most telling of all, his son Pewdie unfollowed him on Instagram and posted a message that read, "Sometimes silence ain't strength, it's guilt." After nearly a week of silence, Brooke posted a short, pre-recorded video on her Instagram. "No tears this time, just calm intensity. I didn't want this. I wanted peace. But when peace means silence and silence means danger, I choose the truth. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. And I won't be shamed for speaking out." The comment section filled with blue heart emojis, a symbol her fans now use to show solidarity. Behind the headlines and the hashtags, one thing remains clear. A woman says she was trapped, ignored, and traumatized. A man says he's being targeted, slandered, and misunderstood. But only one of them went live with shaking hands and broken words. Only one of them looked like they had everything to lose and nothing to gain. Legal experts say the case could go in multiple directions. Civil suit: Brooke sues for emotional distress, false imprisonment, and negligence criminal investigation if prosecutors find enough evidence. Charges like unlawful detainment or abuse of power could be on the table. Mediation, both sides settle quietly. With NDAs and no admission of guilt public. Trial, the most explosive outcome with celebrity witnesses, hotel security, and courtroom drama whichever path it takes. This story isn't going away. Brooke Bailey walked into that hotel as a public figure. She walked out as a public fighter. Against silence, against fear, against the idea that fame protects power and silences pain. And while Jim Jones claims innocence, the world is no longer staying quiet. Because in 2025, whispers become headlines, and pain becomes power when survivors refuse to be silenced. This wasn't just another scandal. This was imprisoned. This story is far from over, and your voice matters. If you believe every woman deserves to feel safe, no matter who the man is, hit that like button to show support for Brooke Bailey and survivors everywhere. Don't let this conversation fade. Comment below. Do you believe Brooke? Should Jim Jones be held accountable? Or is there more to this story we haven't heard yet? Your opinion could be featured in our next video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, 'cause we're diving even deeper with exclusive interviews, legal updates, and more celebrity truths that Hollywood doesn't want you to see. And if you're just as shocked as we are, share this video. Spread the truth. Let the world know what really happens behind luxury hotel doors and filtered Instagram posts. This isn't just gossip. It's about power, silence, and justice. Stay locked in. Stay loud. Most importantly, stay woke. New videos every week. Same drama. Bigger truth. This is not just another story. This is Global Flash, and we don't blink.